Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, C5. Oh, Wayne time. Oh. Yeah. Zone. Let me see your shoulders work. I mean, I don't know what y'all came here to do, but if you ain't got a lighter, what the fuck you smoking for?
You're listening to the Movers and Shakers Show. DJ Waynehead, ASAP, D-Tay, and JY. The Movers and Shakers Show.
Texas 101 Jams, Movers and Shakers, DJ Waynehead, ASAP,
D-Tay,
JY,
Mad Vlad,
and DJ Matrix.
That's the Mixed Gang DJs, you know what I mean? And our special guest, we got Mr. Rueben Wood.
Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for having me today.
We appreciate you being with us, man. You could be anywhere in the world. You chose to spend time with Movers and Shakers, man. We appreciate you, man. So the way we like to start our interviews at the Movers and Shakers show, we like to ask our guests where are they from? Where were they born and raised?
So I was born and raised in Brunswick, Georgia, where the beaches are in Georgia. And then I also lived a portion of my life in Dawson, Georgia, like right outside of Albany, too.
So being from Brunswick, Georgia, you say where the beaches are. That means at a young age, you was seeing some sights at a young age. You was looking at some things. I would imagine.
Yeah, man, going to the beach was like, it was kind of normal. Going and being around water, that was very normal for me growing up. And I mean, I can partially swim. I stopped swimming. I do it regularly.
Let me ask, a big percentage of us that don't know how to swim.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Otherwise,
that's not me. I'm not one of them. I'm a swimmer.
I'm like a fish in the water.
So let me ask you, how old was you when you first snuck up over to that nude beach?
You said how old was I when I first snuck up to the where?
To the nude beach.
Oh man,
listen, I know they got one.
No, they don't have a nude beach down there. It's not like. Now you might see some nude deals, but they're not supposed to be.
It just depends on what side of the beach you on.
Yeah.
Or what day you go down to the beach.
Oh, what day you go? Exactly. Or what time you go?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, like, if you go and you want to just be out there and about, where you want to see a lot of interesting things, I would say go on Memorial Day. You know.
Okay.
You know, when it's sundress like that, you probably, you know.
You said sundress season, huh? So that's universal. Sundress season is universal.
Yes, sir.
Sundress and back shots.
In Georgia, dress and kind of start, I'm going to say June. See, you might think it's going to start, but no, it actually starts in late May. One of the especially late May. It's bikinis and thongs and things.
So tell us a little bit about what life was like growing up in Brunswick, Georgia.
I mean, for the most part, for me, life was pretty interesting because obviously I went to school there, graduated there, but I was pretty much always selling stuff in school. clothes, shoes,
Okay.
food, candy, stuff like that. So I pretty
So
much hustling. I always been working.
yeah, you had that
So it's
hustling
safe to-
mentality at a young age, pretty much. That go getter mentality, huh?
Yeah.
So it's safe to say you was sitting at the pool table then.
I would say, man, if I sat at a table.
You know what I mean? You was too busy moving around, right?
Yeah, because I was actually moving around every time I had lunch, but the times I would, I mean, I pretty much knew everybody. I could go, them and be like, what's good? Do you need some candy today? You need something to drink?
So
Hustling.
to piggyback off what DT asked you, I would say it's safe to assume you didn't have no issues with the young ladies at a young age.
Nah, I never with no ladies. I mean, every where it's like phase or awkward stage, where you I'm not necessarily interested in women, but I am interested in women. So we have that little weird phase.
Yeah.
Like I do kind of all right. So yeah, I mean I never had no issues with my women. I definitely had at an early age who was probably like how do you say, like they would act the way they secretly liked you and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that letter. Do you like me? Circle yes or no.
Check the box.
Yeah.
No mean yes and yes mean no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they like to run up and hit you and say, I hate you.
They
You know what it really
head.
meant. They big head. Hey, big head.
Hey, big head.
Yeah. So are you the only child, or do you have any siblings?
No, I mean I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest of four.
Ooh. So you got to tell us what that was like. How many beat downs you got, man? Tell us about the beat downs, man, because I know you got them. Look at him. Come on, bitch. Keep it official.
I probably got a couple downs, but then I got to a certain age, I wasn't taking no more beat down.
I know that's the fact. I'm the youngest too, and I was the same way.
Yeah.
I wore my whoopings though. I took some whoopings though.
Right.
Before I got there. Yeah.
I think the difference is though, like he said he wasn't taking them more. Sap, you still taking them beatings from your sister.
Hey, right though, right. I wasn't taking them no more. I was like, all right, who want to try me today?
Hey, Rueben, it's always the ones closest to you that tell your business, man. So you gotta keep your business from the ones that's closest to you, man.
Oh, come on, man.
So tell us a little bit how you started to get into music and the endeavors that you're into.
Well, basically, man, I got into music at an early age. My father actually played instruments and stuff, played the guitar.
Okay.
And he played. So I was always musically, like one of my uncles played in the band. He played the flute very well. So, come from a family that was very musical. So for me, I kind of started trying to produce stuff early. I definitely was around with rap and at one very serious with it. I stopped. I went back to production more so. Man, yeah.
Okay, so who are some of your mainstream influences that you gravitate towards, maybe towards their sound or just to listen to?
Shoot, man, I would say one influence is Just Blake. Outside of that, it's like just No ID. Kanye.
No ID in Kanye. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
You said you were an artist for some time, right? For a little bit. So I got a ASAP question for you. Do you remember that first joint you recorded? That first one you wrote down?
I do remember the first joint I recorded. I do remember.
Hey, go ahead, give us some of it. Go ahead, give us some of it. Let us hear a little bit, Ruben. It must start off like, girl, you know, I love you.
But you know what's interesting though? I was up on there trying to pull a Drake before the Drake. You know, I was like,
So that's where he got it from. He was always wondering where he got it from.
Oh, so that was a Rizzy before that was a Drizzy.
I mean, I don't know about the Rizzy part. But nah, I definitely was trying to do that because you know Nelly was already doing that, man. But
right.
Yeah, I was trying to do something like that Nelly sound, but just with my own little twist to it. Yeah.
I'm sure you being in the music industry, I'm sure you was affected by DMX passing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Question.
From your recollection, give me a DMX moment that was near and dear to your heart, man. Besides him passing away, rest in peace, X, the dog. But give us a near and dear moment that when you heard the first thing when you heard he was going through this turmoil. Give us what the first, because that's what happened with me. A moment in my life that I loved it with DMX popped into my head. So try to give me that moment for you when a good DMX moment for me.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, because you know I was listening. I was in the gym in the hotel today, earlier this morning, and I was listening to that Damien record by DMX, and that's the most solid
last night
I listened to from him, because DMX is one of my favorite rappers, like literally top over Jay-Z. But realistically, like every time I hear that Damien record, it put me back in the mindset, because when I say like hustling at one point, I was really hustling. So all I was listening to was that specific album. You know, I now the very next record, you know, Rough Riders and that. So I think immediately when I heard or seen the news that he had passed and everything, it just took me back to that record. Yesterday, even while I was riding around in Houston on my way to other interviews, I was definitely blasting the music and everything, you know, rap. So I'm just like, the impact that I had because of his music in general and how inspired I was by him, it was always motivational music for me. So all my memories of just growing up and listening to him have always fundamentally been, if we in a clutch, put X on, got that clutch. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it's been for me, and that's just me personally, because like I say, you know, I've been hustling literally since the 3rd grade, but I know when I hear listening to X, running through it, you know, it's always been that motivation, bro. Seriously, like exercise, you know, you get real, you turn on some DMX, man, it's gonna center you, like, yeah, and it's not gonna flipping. But go ahead.
As a DJ, would a DMX track play the same down south or up north whenever you threw it on? Was it part of your set?
You know what's interesting? To be honest with you, like musically wise, as much as I love hip hop, as much as I was inspired by hip hop, I've always been more gravitated toward EDM music as on the DJ side.
Okay.
So basically, and being that I was always in radio format, and I'm now so making a transition into you know, mixing in clubs and stuff like that, it's still EDM format. But can I do the hip hop or R&B? Yes, I can. And the trap, definitely. And would his music do that if I was in the club? it just depends on what I'm blending it with, to be honest with you. Because if the Rough Riders have on, you know, they gonna turn up.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you what type of region or type of music, and now you answered EDM, and they do have DMX remixes for club and EDM where you know they'll take hooks and stuff. And do you see yourself using those? Was that in your catalog?
Yeah, man, I got to update my catalog, especially with some of those club versions of X. I got a show coming up, or a set coming up in about 2 weeks. So I definitely got to do that, pay that ode to him.
Yeah.
Well, being that you, like you said, you were so inspired by hip hop, why do you take the EDM route when you in your sets?
Honestly, because I like music. I like music first and foremost.
Okay.
Like, as much as I like the bars and the lyricism of rap in itself in general, I still like music. So for me, like I was saying, I come from a very driven family and everything. Like, I can sit and listen to classical music. I can film like that, and I can ride around, you know, my vehicle, and I'm more so in tune with listening to film scores than I am listening to. So with that being the case, me always being so sound driven, listening to EDM and that type of music and stuff is most of the time going to keep you upbeat. You know what I'm saying? And so when you, or at least for myself, I'm constantly doing some type of work behind the scenes, whether it be like helping artists, breaking artists, something, or just doing the marketing side and standpoint and stuff. So I'm always behind the scenes, and I always had to stay focused. And what helped me to stay focused the most was not hip hop; it was always EDM, because it got that fast upbeat, you know, them the drums and stuff.
And with an EDM set, it's probably safe to say there's never really a down moment. You know,
Slow it down.
Okay.
You can, but nah, not for the most part. Nah, you pretty much upbeat.
Yeah.
So if I asked you, Rueben, what 5 songs you got in rotation, or what 5 artists on rotation in your car or at home, who would those 5 artists be?
Dead Mom. Really? My, let me see. Erica Banks. Shout out to
Okay. Okay. Salute Erica Banks, friend of the show, sister of the show.
1501.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Other 2, I would definitely have to say, man, I'm gonna have to say Bankroll Freddie right now. Not just because I'm with QC, because you know, he got some really hard music right now. He putting on for Arkansas. And then number 5, man, Riding Around, that I'm actually listening to.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be some DMX or some Nas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Rueben, I want you to tell me a little bit about Classic Cuts, man.
Now, Classic Cuts, you did some real research if you brought that up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So Classic was a documentary that I shot and filmed in 2015 with a celebrity barber from my hometown, Teddy Maxwell. And it was really more so about his life. The documentary actually debuted in Regal Cinemas.
Right.
So my first IMDb credit, and you know, actually got nominated for International Film Festival Award off of that documentary. And we made the front page of the local news in Brunswick, Georgia, because of that documentary as well. So, it was really about his life, and you know, he definitely had a lot of struggles. He struggled with a lot of things, from just his family to he himself. His mother went through a lot of setbacks and hardships in life, and she even at one point in her life she made it to Oprah, and it wasn't for something necessarily positive. It was actually for how horrible the living conditions was at the time. And you know, Oprah was able to help his mother in some form of, they were able to kind of, you know, get up on the feet and everything. But yeah, Teddy, he actually went through a lot growing up. He had in the project of Brunswick. His only way of eating was to eat at school and stuff. And he wound up getting kicked out of school later on. So, you know, he had to turn to barbering, and it's a real inspirational story, especially for, you know, anybody that comes from Brunswick, Georgia, because everybody knows who Teddy Maxwell is for cutting hairs, you know, cutting heads over the years and stuff like that. So for me personally, it was just good to be able to do something for the city, to be a part of that project, to be able to shed light on that project, because I know it's a lot of people who went through that. Because also, you know, there's two sides of Brunswick, Georgia. The other side is like growing up, especially in the Black community and everything, you don't really have too many options as far as what you're gonna do. Because, you know, Brunswick is also, it used to be kind of like a central place for meth. So, you know, it made headline news for meth and dope and things like that.
Yeah,
so those were some of the
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, those were some of the options as far as like what you could be doing if you down here. So I stayed away from a lot of things. So yeah, it was just it was a great opportunity to be able to shed light on that.
So if I'm not mistaken, you actually featured some music on there from yourself?
Yes, so I actually produced the whole soundtrack for Classic Cut. It was actually released through Sony Music's The Orchard. That is cool.
Orchard, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like the Orchard people. I like them Orchard people.
Yeah, man.
No
So give us a little bit of give us a little bit.
Hold on real quick. Yo, Mr. Rueben, can you tell me about the relationship with DB Cash and GCC? How that came about?
So GCC as well as DB Cash are two of the artists that I work with. GCC, they're a whole group, but they're also a label entity that I work with personally. Those two. DB Cash came about through a referral introduction, but basically between me and the owner of
Spin Stats.
Yep, Spin Stats, Micah. Shout out to Micah, man. Once he kind of referred me to DB Cash, you know, it was basically like we kind of took off from there, orchestrated and helped get Cash his first deal with Universal Music Group, in Grooves and everything. So he got, you know, signed last year. Yeah, it was last year. He got his new record out now, Heartless. So, you know, he been making some pretty good noise with that record right there. With 200K, man, we even got that record with 200K. We got that on iTunes chart. Hit iTunes charts, hit the DRT charts, came in the top, I want to say, top 100 for the. So we had a success with DB Cash. He's still progressing, still making moves, and recently, I got a placement with doing the theme song, City Gear. DB Cash is actually on that theme song too. So, you know, we've been making a lot of moves on that side with GCC. Shout out to them too, man. They coming out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. They making a lot of noise, you know. they've been heavy over here in the Houston market anyway, because they got records with ESG, Mello. He with the whole Screwed Up Click or what it is now. So
yeah, they have a track called 5 Star.
Yeah, that 5 Star record coming out.
Yeah.
That one right there, that's the one right there.
Yeah, I was one of the lucky few that actually had the song, because I believe last week we hosted their meet and greet. And I actually had a whole album on my laptop. I said, I'm not releasing it until you tell me to. But one thing though, if DB Cash ever give out plaques for 200K, because I actually talked to the owner of it, I was telling him I bumped to 200K. So how hard it would be to get a plaque too as well sent to me?
Yeah, man, I can definitely make that happen. We get a plaque to you.
Can I get a plaque too? I didn't do nothing with it, but I look nice on my wall.
Oh.
This is like the whole team of plaques.
Hey, they tell me I miss every shot I don't take. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm shooting, baby.
All right.
He said we can share it. We'll share it.
Nah, I want my own. Nah, my brother. I want my own. You gonna try to have it at your house all the time? No.
Yeah, man. Because a while back I was trying to get a hold to DB Cash to do a meet and greet with him, and he told me that you was his manager, and I was like, wait, Rueben Woods, and I was like, okay, let me tell you the history of Rueben Woods real quick. I think in 2018 you had used one of the DJs from the Coalition, Thrill Seeker, in Austin for a South by Southwest. And I was like, man, our relationship go all the way back to 18. Can you believe that? He was like, word? I was like, yep. So I know Mr. Rueben pretty well. So,
I think we was all supposed to go to
the BET Awards.
We were supposed to go to that, but I think that same year we did Austin. I want to say that time I did come to Houston, I was supposed to come see somebody DJ at the club that night. I was sleepy.
Yep.
I was real sleepy.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Rueben, I got a trade-off for you. I give you one of my wifey's good ribs, good grill ribs, one of them plaques. One of them plaques. Look at that rib.
Oh,
For a plaque. Come on, baby. Come on, talk.
That's that Texas style rib right there.
Yeah.
But how you gonna give it to him do a Zoom call, ASAP?
Listen, Matrix, mind your business, man. Now you talking about stuff that you don't got no business talking about. I'm trying to get me a plaque over here.
We were supposed to have a live interview. We'd all be eating right now.
I see no lies there.
Yeah. So Rueben, give us a little bit of your journey, man, because people tend to think, especially in this microwave era that we're in, that it's easy that it happens overnight, that to be accomplished the way you are. So give us a little bit about your journey, man. How you became as successful as you are.
One thing that I say is success definitely don't happen overnight unless you literally sold your soul.
That's just a bar, man.
That all the way 1 million with everybody who listen to this. Anybody that is with success do not happen overnight unless you sell your soul for a real talk. One thing that I say, because I was talking about this in this interview I did today. I wish I had kept my job for a long time, because I made a lot of mistakes by not that 9 to 5 money coming in. In the music industry, when you're pursuing rapping or producing, one thing about it that I didn't know, shoot, man, I don't think I figured that out until 2018. And I've been doing it for some years. It's you're gonna make more money on the production side and the publishing side than you are on rapping.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
When I was pursuing doing rapping alone and everything, I originally got signed in 2011 to Island Def Jam. So, but that deal was it wasn't structured to my benefit. So my A&R actually stole the money that I was supposed to get. And
wow.
Yeah. So after that, you know, push forward at like 2013, 14, that's when I actually did my first deal with Sony and the Orchard. And I pretty much been with them for so long since that whole time, basically from the point of them still being a part of Universal to Sony buying them completely out and them also taking over Sony Red and it becoming the Orchard. So I've been there that whole time period. I actually just got my publishing deal with Sony ATV this year with them in the Orchard. So yeah, I done definitely, it ain't been nothing overnight with me. I done had about 55, 70 setbacks, and I didn't 30 breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One thing I say too, you know, I'm not somebody who got into the industry for fame. So I was never looking to be like at a certain level. I always wanted to be able to go to Walmart.
I know that's right.
I would be able to go to certain stores and be like, you know, I'm about to go buy me a polo today. And I ain't worried about somebody saying something to me like, oh my God, it's so, nah.
Still have some type of little normalcy to you.
Normalcy, yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of times, especially, you know, with me doing radio, I interview some of these people, they be talking about certain stuff, the bigger names and everything. And it's basically like, you know, people will look at them a certain way. They don't even think that this person is intelligent a lot of times. They don't even look at that. They don't even look at what this person really thinks or how they, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's so interesting because I never wanted that. So, I mean, yeah, I like to produce. Yeah, I like to make music. I like to do the marketing and branding stuff. I like to be on radio, but I look at that stuff as like work. I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm trying to, you know, be this person or be that person and everything. And I think that's the difference with me and a lot of other people because I'm not Hollywood at all. I'm literally down to earth. I can, you know, somebody reach out to me, hey, what's up? What's good? Like, you know, yeah, I want to go get something to eat. Yeah, I want to go play some games or something. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
A lot of times when you get to a certain level and a certain point, you can't do that anymore. And I'm not even talking about the tax bracket. You know, you can be a millionaire in this day and age and still walk outside. You can do that off your business, you know. And it's so different now, man. Especially with the way everything is set up and the way people view stuff. Because a lot of people, like especially a lot of these people who trying to be famous on TikTok, Instagram,
yeah.
For that, yeah, I mean, hey, the views is cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. You think about it, if you're 13, 14 years old and you start getting hate mail because you posted something crazy. You ain't developed enough to deal with that. Your skin ain't thick enough. See, Rueben don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta go cry to your mama, daddy, and be like, why are they talking about me like this? But you wanted that though. That's the reason why you put the videos out. So
everybody want that limelight, man.
Right. So, you know, it's basically like, man, now the biggest advice I can give anybody who actually wants to be successful is think about longevity, one, and then two, do your research. Because literally, I've been saying this in a lot of interviews, but your network is your net worth. Realistically, you can't care about what people think about you, you know, because I know y'all probably done seen that meme online where it be like I see a lot of bosses drive around in Hondas and a lot of, you know, they use preferred language for individuals who drive around in Mercedes Benzes and this and that. So it basically
equates to the person who has all the money is not trying to be flashy or show it off. It's the person who doesn't, who's trying to be arrogant. And so, you know, like a lot of people just got to realize, man, you got to think about longevity. That's really what that is.
They say money talks and wealth whispers.
Right.
Right.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be the wealthiest people you would never know because they never show you.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanna know talk about, because you got your hands in so many things, man. What inspired you to get into the music not management part, but the music consulting part of it?
Really, man, basically in 2012, when I made the transition in the media, I worked on a lot of different people's projects that were major at that time, on a pro bono basis. Basically, I did a lot of work for free. As far by doing and much, you know, getting my feet wet and in the door, so to speak, with a lot of them labels. I mean, the things that I learned, I couldn't unlearn it. So I was like, you know, I need to be doing something. I need to be doing something productive with this. Because a lot of times with new artists, you know, especially look at some of these cats, man, they out in the streets, they doing the street life and everything. They don't know where to invest their money at. They want to do music. They wind up getting taken advantage of. They wind up being scammed by this person, that person. So it's not the fact they don't have money, they just don't have direction. They don't have anybody to guide them, to show them, well, this is what you should do over there. This how you should make this happen. This is what you want to do if you want to get to this point, so forth and so on. So for me, my biggest thing is about actually helping and adding value. So even with the consulting side, you know, a lot of people be like, yeah, man, you know, I do artist consultations and this and that. They don't. They really just be taking artists' money. They don't be helping them. So, you know, because just like you were talking about how what Matrix was saying about how long ago that was that I came in contact with y'all. Y'all a coalition in Houston. Now, how many other consultants actually know y'all or get in contact with y'all or try to bridge a gap or work with y'all personally? You know what I'm saying? How many of them are trying to actually build a relationship? So it's a lot of groundwork is the point that I'm making that you got to do on the consulting side, or management side. You ain't got no type of connections, you know, because at the end of the day, the DJs still, they the power players.
Yeah.
The DJs is the ones the record labels need. The DJs is really the people that the record labels need. The influencers come up on the DJs. Because even with radio is really dictated by DJs. DJs spinning in the club, the ones people doing street promo, stuff like that. That's how the records really get hot, you know. So
let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question real quick about that? What you saying about the DJs?
You're probably gonna ask the same thing.
With music being able to be put out so instantly now, so quick. How do the DJs stay relevant as far as I know they still got to play the parties, right? They still got to do the parties and stuff like that. But how do they find a way to stay relevant with music being put out so quickly the way it is, the way you can just hear it in a heartbeat, like it takes a second to stream a video and have it all over the world.
Got that one, Rueben.
I'm on with you. The best thing that I would say from sitting in on both sides is somebody in the coalition got to basically be that face of it, you know, the brand and everything. That's a lot of the stuff nowadays is about branding, you know. if your coalition can be seen or heard next to core DJs or next to coalition DJs or next to Go DJs, you know, MP3 Wax, QC DJs, the list goes on, Nerve DJs. If it can be heard and seen next to these people, that means in itself, your coalition already got value, right? As a DJ, what are you doing to add more value to that coalition? If you are already spending in the club, you are already making money. So then it is just the artist come to you and be like, oh, okay, well, he didn't, you know, he the person I got to go to for this type of a market. Because you think about it in Atlanta, like when you talk about some of the top DJs that you got to go to in Atlanta, you got to go to Swamp Izzo, because that's one of the top DJs, not just because he on V103, but because he's in the clubs. He's the person who you're going to go to really get your music played in clubs. Okay. You might go to some of the party promoters and different things like that, but who's going to get you hot? You know what I'm saying? So every one of these coalitions, every one of these DJs, they got to look at what type of value are they actually bringing to the table themselves. And it's so crazy. You know, a couple of years ago, you didn't have to do that as a DJ, but nowadays you got to actually have a brand as a DJ. You dang near as a DJ got to go get your own sponsors, get your own stuff set up, and you know, basically have your own fans realistically, because that way it helps to service records out. It helps to, okay, well, this is who I need to go rock with. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these independent artists, they don't take the time to do research, right? And I tell them, do research on who you're working with. It's not even just about people having articles or this, that, and the third. Who do you literally see thoroughly out here, club, who's actually making moves and who can actually help and who name actually keeps coming up? You know, you definitely gonna hear all these specific DJs, these specific coalitions. If you come to Houston, I ain't heard no other coalition besides Mix Gang and Go DJs. I'm just be honest with you. Is there another coalition out here?
Yeah, they got some, but you know, it's
Matrix
all day.
No doubt.
So I mean, you know, but I'm just saying on the surface level, for me being from Atlanta and coming out here, I hear only 2 coalition names. So with that case, that speaks volumes in itself. So I know for a fact, artists, if I'm in Houston, I need to be contacting you guys. I need to contact Go DJs. These are the 2 coalitions that's gonna put my music through their channels and promotional systems, and it's gonna help me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
so how do you compete with like TikTok, man? And because it's like TikTok is breaking records now.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, man, as a DJ, you could be on TikTok breaking records. You ain't gotta do nothing but set up some turntables at your house and record videos. Because of the internet is simple. It's so simple. You know, the tools of access are actually at y'all disposal, and it's also at the artist's disposal. It's also at the producer's disposal. We live in such a digital passive age that we all can make enough money literally by helping each other and doing things by sitting. I could be sitting here right now mixing EDM and put it on TikTok, get my follower count to a certain amount, get enough views, and then I'm able to monetize that from the creator fund from TikTok. So whether an artist pays me to play their music or not, or they get into some type of service pack sent to me or not, I'm still able to make money from TikTok. TikTok is gonna pay me, and I'm just servicing them content. So
got you.
You know, at a certain point, basically just like how we all look at the full level playing field of everything when it comes to marketing, because we all have to, and we all have to have different ways of being able to market and have services streamlined in the music business to help, you know, have these channels really utilized the best way possible.
You know, I want to kind of switch it up a little bit, man. I want to get into what's Canterwood.
Canterwood is my CBG line. Mm-hmm. And definitely relax.
I had to get you hyped up off of that music.
Calm you down.
Calm you right down, baby. That's the gift of the curse, baby.
Well, one strand of it, or the more green, earthier, it actually heightens you, so it refreshes you. And then the more browner, earthier strand will relax you and just kind of, you know, all the way.
It's like the indica and the sativa.
Sativa, yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's an actual hybrid. It's a strand where it's mixed between the two. Mm-hmm. You know, like I say, one will actually heighten you and refresh you, and then the other one will literally, it's you got off work, you need something to hit, you know, you want to hit that one.
Is that kind of what inspired that?
Well, I mean, you know, I think that it play on words like Canterwood, which is my last name, so I just kind of put it together.
I thought it was like it seemed like it's a flavorful backwood or
something. Nah, because it's so smooth. One thing that a lot of different customers is like, when they pull on the Canterwoods, if I ain't made them too tight, then so smooth, it doesn't have any afterburn in the throat, or you know, because you know a lot of times when you smoking just regular THC, it's strong, you know, it might hit your nostril, something like that. You might feel like your nostrils on fire.
Get that cough.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, do you got a strand? Because they, you know, I've been known by a few to be called a one pump chump, but you know, it is what it is. You got something that helps our brother out with his
stamina,
his long game. You know what I'm saying? His long my short game is there, baby. My short game is on point. For my long game, I need something for my long game. Rueben, come on, help me out.
All right, so basically, you would want to have more green, earthier strand, and you know what? I might actually send you some of these blueberry refreshers.
There you go. That's what I need. Hey, listen, I'm a man that lives on his truth. You know what I'm saying?
One pump chump, huh?
One pump chump, baby. Hey, man. So, what we like to do on the Moving and Shaking show, Rueben, after we get, you know, the pretty much everything what you're about and things like that, we like to pick your brain on just some random questions that we may have. And I'm gonna tell you, my brothers are kind of out there, so you never know what they're gonna ask you, bro. So I just want you to be prepared for the bullshit that's about to happen. Okay. They're gonna ask you some random questions that's just, we be far left sometimes. So I'm gonna go first, if y'all don't mind. Do anybody mind? Anybody else want to go first?
Go ahead,
sir. Okay. You with your lady, right? Mm-hmm. And mom's call up, and she goes, her family is wealthy. She goes, Mom, so I want y'all to come to our summer house on vacation. And it's wherever it's at. And y'all go to the summer house on vacation.
And you know where it's going.
Everybody's there. Everybody's partying. They having a good time. We drinking. We smoking the what's they called? The backwood. What's they called?
Candlewood.
The Candlewood. We smoking the Candlewoods. We drinking. We having a good old time. And for some reason, you and Moms are having a solo conversation. Like everybody just disappeared. I don't know where the hell they went. They just gone, right? So let me describe Moms a little bit to you to give you a little bit of, okay. Her body is Serena Williams. Her height is Nia Long. She fine like Paula Patton, and her face is Laura London. Yeah, yeah.
That's a hell of a mixture there, boy.
That's a hell of a mix, bro. I made sure I went to the top of every fucking mountain to pull from, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, Moms, let it be known, Rueben, I want to fuck. Nope, no chasing. I want to fuck. A, do you do it? And B, if you decide not to do it, do you tell wifey?
What does wifey look like?
Wifey look like her father. Her father ain't got none of them traits. Wifey look like
Uncle Leroy.
Whoopi. She look like Uncle Leroy and Whoopi mixed.
The wifey look like Uncle Leroy. Have hit mom.
Wow.
Oh shit. So would you tell wifey?
No.
Oh man.
Oh man. You said you going there, huh, Ruben?
She look like Uncle Leroy, bro. What I'm supposed to do?
but you didn't marry her now. You didn't marry her.
Oh, I know.
You married her before you found out what mama looked like, huh?
Exactly.
Go ahead, DJ.
Well, I just want to ask this question. Can a woman be considered a womanizer?
Yeah, man. Shoot, women dating women, bro. They can womanize the woman and womanize the man. You know, it just depends on the man. Female tennis not done nowadays, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They out there, huh? Oh man.
All right. What if wifey said, Rueben, it's your birthday. No, it's her birthday. It's my birthday, Rueben. And I want a threesome. But I want it with a man. I want you and another man to bless me for my birthday.
Well,
cuss him out, Ruben. Cuss him out. This guy will cuss him out. He didn't put you with Leroy and got you set up with Moms, man. Come on, just cuss him out, bro. Just don't tell him.
Nah, man. You know, if the daughter that looks like Uncle Leroy says that she wants a threesome, I'm know something. It is your birthday.
Your Uncle Ruckus looking ass.
And you look like Leroy anyway, so so I'm gonna take you to Trapeze, and I'm moving out.
You gonna make that threesome a regular old twosome, huh?
Well, once she hit Trapeze, I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know what? It ain't gonna be with me, but I will be with her mama.
I want to be with your mama anyway.
Let me call Miss Parker. All right.
Man.
So we had this part of the show that we call the MASH moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And MASH moment is just an acronym for Movers and Shakers Honesty Moment. So it's pretty much a scenario that I kind of concoct in my head, and I come up with these multiple choice answers of how you would handle that situation. And I also give the option of maybe you would handle it a totally different way than the options that are provided.
Okay.
So the mash moment is, say you have a significant other who you've cheated on twice, and she has forgiven you each time you stepped out. She tells you she's tired of your disloyalty, and the next time, if you ever even think about, or if I ever get a feeling that you sliding elsewhere, she out. But for whatever reason, you get caught up again. But wifey don't leave you, she just don't talk to you. So about a month goes by in very little words. Then one day she finally says to you, I love you, but you really hurt me. And this last time I told you I was gonna leave, but I had nowhere to go. So instead, I cheated back. She said afterwards I felt terrible. But the worst part is I'm pregnant. So do you A, stay until paternity text, stay until the paternity results, and depending on what the results are, you determine whether to stay or leave, or do you B, leave until the paternity results, then determine whether to come back based on the results? Or do you C, stay regardless because she has taken you back after you had your infidelity? Or D, you probably handle it a totally different way.
I'm gonna say D. I would probably handle it a totally different way, just because, based on what you said, I wouldn't need to take a paternity test because it wouldn't have been mine. She ain't talked to me in a month, which probably means she ain't giving up no sex in that month times. That means she definitely.
Oh, well, what if she like 2 months, 2 months pregnant?
Now that's kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I definitely still. I'm going to buy me a condo.
Still out of there.
But I'm going to buy me a condo because, I understand she felt bad about it. And I understand, my infidelities could have caused these things to happen. But if, I don't know. I feel like in any situation, when you talk about somebody getting pregnant by somebody else, it's like the end all be all. Because even if a woman that might happen, you've been doing wrong to her. If that happens, or at least it's just my standpoint. I know some men can't deal with that, but if you've been doing wrong, then she step out on you, something like that, get you back, and she feel bad about it. If she don't get pregnant, I mean, ain't really to say. You gotta swallow your pride and move on about it. You already done dogged her out or did that to us.
Yup. I had the same answer.
Yeah, she messed around and get pregnant. You ain't got no woman pregnant out there. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's one.
Okay, I'm gonna throw another little wrinkle in there. Say y'all have kids together already.
See, that's
dog bark, bro.
That gotta get a bigger condo. I'm gonna still because I want to find out because you said if she 2 months pregnant, that means dang, it's a
possibility, right?
But the thing is, it's smart to go get that condo because that can turn into a rental property just in case that is yours.
Just in case.
Yeah, so then when
just
you
turn
move
into
back,
investment.
Yeah, it just turned into an investment. Just be like, well, y'all want to go on vacation? Come on.
There you go. Surprise.
Surprise. So tell us a little bit what you got coming up, man.
So on April 17th, which is next Saturday, my esports brand, SOM House One, will actually be doing something for the youth in Atlanta, Georgia, for the Destined for Greatness youth group. So we'll actually be teaching them the importance of esports and how it can help them to deal with and cope with mental health issues as well as anxiety.
Okay. And
Yeah.
before we get out of here, I just want you to touch on the Some Talk Live and what's that all about and how did that come about?
So basically, SOM Talk Live is a syndicated radio show. We are now getting ready to be on over 120 FM stations in the U.S.
Salute.
Appreciate
that, man.
So just really, we continue to work on expanding that as much as possible, make that a household brand as far as that whole show goes. But it's really entertainment, man. That's all it really is, entertainment.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, man. You could have, like we said earlier, you could have spent your time anywhere else, man, and you gave us the Shakers some of your time, man. And we appreciate you, man. We want to support. We want to give you your flowers. You know what I'm saying, and congratulate you on your work. You got that blue check. I only got 500 followers, so I'm a long way away from the blue check. But, maybe if I give you one of them ribs, you may get me a blue check. I don't know. We're going to work on it. We're going to talk behind the scenes.
Appreciate you too, Rueben. I mean, you messed with Miss Game DJs for a minute, man, and you still sticking with us, bro. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
And we also want to – go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I appreciate y'all for having me today, for real, man.
Yeah, we want to also thank Miss Eaton, man. That's our sister, man. She look out for us, man, all the time, man. She done got us into places where we probably couldn't get into, but she always looking out for us, and she always got our best foot forward, man. So we want to thank Miss Eaton. We want to thank DJ Wade here. We want to thank Mixed Gang DJs, man, and my brothers, man, and they support everything we do. We support everything they do. So that's a coalition all in itself. And like I said, we want to thank you, man, because you're a big deal, and we recognize your stature. You know what I'm saying? You're a big deal, and we appreciate you coming on the show with us, man. Just give us a little bit of your time, man. We appreciate that, for real, from the heart.
Definitely. Thank you all again, for sure.
We actually, and when you went, the family gonna be out in Georgia around like the 29th of this month.
Nice.
We're going to ATL. Gonna be out there, man.
Definitely.
You gotta stop at that new beach in Brunswick, man.
I know, man.
Come on, Tay.
Yeah. Brunswick, definitely go to the beach. Savannah, go to town, baby. Man.
I'm ready to show this dad bod off.
Hey, Rube, I know I ain't been because I've been DJing, but I've been listening in, man. DT, we had this thing going on where we have a movers and shakers weight loss thing. And DT over there, he already is shaped. Shout out to ASAP, my brother over there.
I got the dad bod now, Wayne.
Nah, he ain't got no damn dad bod. This nigga eat kale for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, he don't even eat no damn meat.
So we all gonna make a trip out there to that beach, once these dad bods leave us. So, definitely, man.
And I'm telling you, I'm coming out there with my leopard speedos, man. So be on the lookout.
Hey, man, keep them at home, bro.
Yes. That probably gonna be by itself. He's gonna be dolo on that trip, man.
Facts. Nobody want to see that. Walk around the beach, all right.
Yeah. All right.
You're gonna learn today.
That's right.
Oh, man. But again, man, we appreciate you, Ruben.
We appreciate you, man.
Salute.
When you in Houston, please hit Miss Ian, hit somebody, man. We would love to have you in studio, man, because I think that'll be another dope experience, man. We would love to have you in studio if you have the time, man. We would definitely appreciate that too as well.
Yeah, definitely, man. Next time I'm back out here, I will.
Okay. Well, once again, fellas, we signing off. Texas 101 Jams. DJ Wayhead, ASAP,
DT, JY,
Matrix,
Vlad,
Matrix,
DJ Matrix, Mixed Gang on the gang.
On the gang.
And our special guest, Rueben Wood, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
Yes, sir. Sure.
All right, shout out to you.
Don't forget the plaque, Rueben.
I'm not.
Don't forget the plaque, Ruben. Don't forget the plaque.
Don't forget our plaque.
That's ASAP Live _ ASAP Live _
He gone.
There you go. That's a good one, fellas. That was a good one.
Hey, fellas, thank y'all for holding it down.
No, man. Hey, appreciate you, Matrix, man.
No problem.
Hey, that's what teamwork is all about, man. Teamwork make the dream work.